All right, so let's get to the bottom of deload week. So I started off with deadlift and bench. I had a bit of heat stroke still on Monday, so what I did was I just worked up to what I could. Did 2 sets of 3 at 320, and then just did a drop set of 12 at 240. This all moved pretty easy. The biggest problem I was having was grip because I was still suffering from a bit of heat stroke. I kept sweating, so even with straps, the bar just kept falling out of my hands a little bit. But other than that, it was okay. Moved on to bench. Did 2 pauses on 160 close grip. Tried to avoid locking out. Keeping to that 3/4 height. Accidentally did lock out, but that's okay. Today I did my second bench session and avoided that. Following that up with sets of 12 to 15 on 130 kilos. So the next session after this, I was moving up to 132.5 because I hit the goal weight and goal reps before I moved up. I was meant to do incline dumbbell. I couldn't get a hold of one, so I ended up just doing incline bench and keeping to the same rules as bench press just to not overextend that shoulder and force internal rotation. So overall, it moved really easily, and then went on to some sets at 105 and 110, just working to that 8 to 10 rep range. Nothing too crazy because it did hurt quite a fair bit. Worked onto some back, did some T-bar rows, did some lat pull down, did some triceps, biceps, and a couple of stabilizing exercises and rehab. So overall, very happy with how all that had moved and how it's improved over, let's say, the last couple months. Looking forward to hopefully doing a comp in early Feb or March, just depending on what I can get. Squats on Tuesday was hard. The bar was shifting on my back a lot. I was struggling to get down into the hole. Main reason is grip. So with this problem, I'm trying to remedy it by getting that mobility back and being able to shift the bar further down my back. Still only holding it with 2 fingers, but getting a little bit better placement. So the earliest session in the morning, I found, okay, I had problems, so I came back at night and did a second session. With this, I did some more Olympic lifting squats, so keeping with the really close stance, but just working on depth and seeing if I can get that tightness through my lats and my shoulders. I did still struggle no matter how hard I tried with this. As you can see, I roll forward a bit. This is something I will have to work on as my shoulder rehab continues. It's not something I'm going to be able to fix in one day, and it's not something I'm going to be able to fix just instantaneously. So this is going to be a slow progression. I will be keeping the weights light as I have been and working on that motion, and then just working on the placement as time goes on. That way I can keep up, and then when it comes time to start prepping and start being able to load again, I can focus on that, on just loading rather than having to focus on a whole complete form rehaul. Overall, everything's going well. Happy with it. See you guys next time.